Good morning, beloved soul. As the first gentle rays of sunlight pierce through the darkness and touch the earth, awakening birdsong and stirring the world from its slumber, pause for a moment in this sacred stillness. This is no ordinary beginning, it's a divine invitation, a fresh threshold where the infinite meets the finite, where yesterday's burdens dissolve and today's possibilities unfold like petals in bloom. In these quiet dawn moments, the veil between the seen and unseen is thinnest, and your inner voice carries the greatest power to shape what lies ahead. Florence Scovel Shinn, that wise and radiant teacher from an earlier time, reminds us with profound simplicity and unshakable certainty. Your word is your wand. These are not mere poetic words, they are a spiritual law etched into the fabric of existence. Just as a magician waves a wand to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, so too do your spoken declarations, your affirmations, carry magic and authority. They are charged with creative energy, capable of shifting realities from limitation to freedom, from discord to harmony, from lack to overflowing abundance. Consider the ancient wisdom she drew upon, echoing the teachings of Jesus Christ himself. By thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned, and death and life are in the power of the tongue. Shinn expanded this truth into everyday practice, showing that man and woman holds dominion not through force or struggle, but through the deliberate, faith-filled use of speech. Your words are not idle echoes, they are seeds planted in the fertile soil of the subconscious mind, which responds without question, like fertile ground yielding to the gardener's intent. What you declare in these early hours reverberates through your entire day, attracting circumstances, people, and experiences that match the vibration you set. You are not a passive observer in this life, tossed about by external winds or random chance. No. You are a co-creator with the divine intelligence that flows through all things. Infinite Spirit, that boundless source of love, wisdom, and supply, awaits your recognition. It does not impose, it responds. When you awaken each morning and align your thoughts and words with truth, you step into your rightful role as a channel for miracles. The fog of doubt, fear, or past regrets lifts, replaced by clarity and expectation of good. Shinn often illustrated this with stories of ordinary people who, by simply speaking affirming words, saw doors open, health restored, relationships healed, and prosperity appear in unexpected ways because they dared to claim what was already theirs in the divine realm. Think of the morning as your personal promised land gateway. The night has passed, and with it, any lingering shadows. You stand at the edge of a new creation. The world may present challenges, bills to pay, decisions to make, bodies that feel weary, but these are illusions of the material plane. Beneath them lies the perfect pattern already established in divine mind: health, joy, love, success, and peace. Your task is simple yet profound: to recognize this perfection and speak it into visibility. By doing so, you transmute apparent failure into triumph, sorrow into joy, sickness into vitality, and scarcity into plenty. This awakening is not about forcing positivity or ignoring difficulties. It's about rising above them through spiritual awareness. Shinn taught that fear is man's only true adversary, for it clouds the vision and invites more of the same. But fearless faith, active, spoken and felt, builds a bridge to your highest good. When you affirm truth first thing upon rising, you impress the subconscious deeply, reprogramming old patterns of limitation. The mind, once scattered, becomes focused. The heart, once heavy, lightens with gratitude. You become poised, magnetic, irresistible to your own, by divine right. So take a deep breath now. Feel the air fill your lungs with life-giving energy and sense the quiet power stirring within. This is your moment to remember who you truly are: a radiant being, made in the likeness of the infinite, endowed with creative dominion. The day ahead is not something to endure, but a canvas awaiting your brushstrokes of faith. Miracles are not rare exceptions, they are the natural outcome when aligned with spiritual law. As Shinn so beautifully put it, man's word transmutes conditions, he rebukes the winds and waves, controls the elements of his experience, and calls forth the good that is already prepared. Today, we embark on this journey together, drawing from her timeless wisdom in works like The Game of Life and How to Play It, and Your Word is Your Wand. We will claim 7 powerful affirmations, each one a key to unlock doors long closed. Speak them boldly, feel them deeply in your being, and watch as divine order orchestrates every detail of your day. The unexpected good is already in motion. Your recognition activates it. Let this awakening be gentle yet firm. Rise with the certainty that infinite intelligence is guiding you, protecting you, supplying you. You are never alone, never without resource. The universe conspires in your favor when you speak its language of truth and love. So greet this morning not with worry, but with wonder. Your word is your wand, wield it wisely, and behold the transformation. Before anything else, as your eyes open and the quiet rhythm of your breathing steadies, turn your attention inward and upward. Let the very first movement of your heart be one of gratitude. Not the hurried, polite thank you we sometimes offer out of habit, but a deep, luminous recognition that life itself has already chosen to greet you again today. In this moment, before the mind races to to-do lists or worries, give thanks. Gratitude is never passive. It is the most active spiritual force there is. It swings wide the golden gate through which every form of blessing is already waiting to enter. Florence Scovel Shinn returned to this principle again and again because she had seen it work with unfailing accuracy. She taught that thanksgiving is the language the infinite understands best. When you give thanks in advance before the demonstration appears, you are demonstrating supreme faith. You are saying, in effect, I know the good is already mine. I know the answer has already come. I know the supply is already provided. That recognition opens the channel. The moment you truly feel grateful for what has not yet appeared in the visible world, you have already received it in the invisible realm, and the outer manifestation must follow. So begin by breathing slowly and deliberately. Place your hand gently over your heart if you wish. Feel the warmth there. Now, speak the first claim slowly, letting each word sink in, like rain into parched soil. I give thanks for this perfect day. Miracles follow miracles, and wonders never cease. Say it again aloud if you are alone, or in a strong inner whisper if others are near. Let the sentence roll through you like a wave of light. Notice what happens inside. The shoulders soften, the jaw relaxes. A subtle smile wants to form even before you know why. That is the vibration shifting. You have just declared that this day is not ordinary, not random, not something to survive. This day is perfect not because every detail is already flawless in the human sense, but because it is held within the flawless intelligence of spirit. Perfection does not mean the absence of contrast. It means the presence of divine orchestration behind every appearance. This single statement is a master key. Shinn used it constantly in her own life and with her students. She would have them repeat it even during the darkest seasons, when finances were low, when health seemed threatened, when human relationships felt broken. Why? Because the moment you give thanks for the perfect day, you refuse to give mental agreement to discord. You withdraw your creative power from the problem and place it firmly on the solution. You stop feeding the appearance of limitation and begin nourishing the reality of limitless good. And then comes the second claim, which builds directly upon the foundation of gratitude. Divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. Speak it with calm authority. Feel the 3 areas named mind, body, affairs coming gently into alignment as you do. This is not wishful thinking, it is a spiritual command. Shinn explained that disorder only exists where we have given power to it through fear, resentment, criticism, or doubt. When we withdraw that power by affirming divine order, the scattered pieces of life begin to rearrange themselves. It is as though an invisible hand moves through the clutter of your schedule, your relationships, your physical energy, your finances, and quietly puts everything in its rightful place. Many people try to fix their outer world first, rearranging schedules, forcing conversations, chasing money, and wonder why the chaos persists. Shinn taught the opposite sequence. Establish order first in consciousness. Speak the word of order, feel its truth, and then step back. The outer plane has no choice but to obey. Bills that seemed impossible to pay begin to find their resolution. Conversations that were tense soften or resolve themselves. The body, which may have felt heavy or unwell, receives the instruction of wholeness and begins to respond. Time itself seems to stretch. What felt rushed becomes spacious. Let me illustrate with one of the countless stories Shinn shared in her classes. A woman came to her desperate, her husband had left, creditors were calling, her health was failing, and she could see no way out. Shinn gave her only one instruction for the first week. Every morning and every night, speak only these two affirmations and give thanks for the perfect outcome already taking place. No more talking about the trouble, no more explaining it to friends, no more rehearsing the fear, just thanks and divine order. Within 10 days, checks began arriving from unexpected sources. The husband returned asking to reconcile, and the woman's chronic fatigue lifted completely. Why? Because she had stopped vibrating to the appearance of breakdown and started vibrating to the reality of divine order. The universe could only match what she was now broadcasting. You do not have to understand exactly how the rearrangement happens. That is infinite intelligence's department. Your role is to hold the vision and speak the word consistently. When doubt knocks, and it will greet it politely and return to the affirmation. Say it until you feel the inner click of certainty, until the body relaxes into trust, until you can smile at the very thought of the day ahead. So right now, take another deep breath. Let gratitude rise like warm sunlight inside your chest. Speak the two claims again, slowly and deliberately. I give thanks for this perfect day. Miracles follow miracles, and wonders never cease. Divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. Feel them settle into every level of your being. This is your true morning foundation. Nothing built upon this can fall. Chaos has lost its grip. Harmony has taken its place. You have just aligned yourself with the natural rhythm of the universe. And from this moment forward, everything that touches your day must pass through the filter of divine order and perfect thanksgiving. The rest of the claims we will speak today rest securely upon these first two. They are the root and the trunk. Without gratitude and order affirmed first, the later declarations would be like branches trying to grow without a tree. But with them established, the whole day becomes a symphony of answered prayer. You are ready now. The gate is open. The good is flowing. Speak these words once more, feel them, then let us move forward into the next layer of protection and guidance that awaits you. The world may seem uncertain as you step into this new day. News headlines shouting chaos, plans that could shift in an instant, people whose moods or decisions remain unpredictable. Yet right here, in the sanctuary of your own consciousness, you can choose a different reality. You can walk through every hour, shielded, guided, and held in unbreakable peace. This is not denial of the outer appearance. It is the deliberate choice to live from the inner truth that supersedes appearances. Florence Scovel Shinn called this walking under divine protection, and she insisted it was not a luxury for the spiritually elite, it was the birthright of every soul who would claim it. Protection is one of the most practical gifts of spiritual law. Shinn taught that fear is the only thing that ever opens the door to harm. When we entertain thoughts of danger, criticism, accident, betrayal, or loss, we unconsciously give those things permission to manifest. But the moment we withdraw our mental consent and instead affirm safety, guidance, and invulnerability, we slam that door shut and lock it with the key of faith. The angels of protection, those invisible helpers Shinn so often spoke of, stand ready the instant we call upon them. They do not wait for perfection. They respond to sincere declaration. So let us now claim this shield with calm, unwavering certainty. Place your attention on the feeling of being enveloped in light, as though a warm, golden sphere surrounds you completely front, back, above, below, and on every side. Feel it as real, as tangible as the air you breathe. Now speak these words slowly, letting each syllable carry the weight of absolute truth. I am divinely guided and protected in all my ways. Repeat it 3 times if you can, once softly, once with more strength, once as though you are commanding the universe itself to bear witness. Notice how the body responds. Perhaps the breath deepens, the chest expands, a subtle warmth spreads through the limbs. That is the affirmation, taking root. It is impressing the subconscious so deeply that no contrary suggestion can easily penetrate. This claim covers everything: your travels, whether across the city or across the world, your interactions with family, colleagues, strangers, your health, from the smallest cell to the whole organism, your possessions, your reputation, your peace of mind. Shinn told story after story of people who escaped accidents, avoided financial traps, were spared from gossip or attack, found lost items returned, and walked untouched through turbulent situations, all because they persistently affirmed divine protection. One student, a woman who commuted daily through a dangerous part of the city, began saying this affirmation every morning. Within weeks, she noticed she was inexplicably rerouted around traffic jams, delays, and potential hazards. She even witnessed near misses that somehow never involved her. She later said it felt as though an invisible hand gently steered her path. Protection alone, however, is only half the equation. Guidance completes it. You are not merely kept from harm, you are actively led toward your highest good. Infinite intelligence does not leave you guessing. It speaks through intuition, that still, small voice, the hunch, the sudden knowing, the quiet urge to turn left instead of right, to call a certain person, to wait before acting. Shinn called this the magic path of intuition, and she urged her students never to override it, no matter how illogical it might seem to the reasoning mind. So now we add the second layer of this protective guidance. Infinite intelligence illumines and directs this day, and I follow the magic path of intuition. Speak it with joyful expectancy. Feel the illumination, a soft inner light switching on, clearing away mental fog. Feel direction flowing like a gentle current, carrying you effortlessly toward right action, right timing, right people, right opportunities. This affirmation does something remarkable. It quiets the anxious, overthinking mind that tries to control every detail. Instead of forcing decisions through willpower, you relax into trust. You listen. You obey the inner nudge without argument. Shinn emphasized that intuition is never wrong when it comes from the superconscious level, from spirit itself. The human intellect can be deceived or limited by past experience, but infinite intelligence sees the whole picture: past, present, and future. When you affirm that you are illumined and directed, you open yourself to flashes of insight that solve problems before they fully appear. You receive ideas for creative work, healing words for strained relationships, perfect timing for important conversations, unexpected solutions to financial needs. Doors you did not even know existed begin to open. Red lights turn green at just the right moment. The right book falls into your hands. The right person crosses your path. Let me share one of her classic examples to anchor this truth. A businessman facing a major decision about a partnership kept receiving a persistent inner warning not to proceed, even though every outer sign looked favorable: contracts ready, lawyers approving, numbers adding up. He remembered Shinn's teaching and began affirming guidance and protection daily. One morning, on the very day he was to sign, he felt such a strong inner no that he delayed. Days later, he learned the partner had been secretly embezzling funds from another venture. The deal collapsed for others, but he walked away untouched, protected, and guided because he listened. You do not need to be psychic or specially gifted to receive this guidance. You only need to affirm it consistently and then act upon what comes. Doubt may whisper, "What if it's just my imagination?" Answer it firmly. I trust infinite intelligence more than my limited reasoning. Over time, the voice becomes clearer, the guidance more unmistakable, the results more astonishing. So stand tall now in this double claim. Protection surrounds you like an impenetrable fortress. Guidance lights your way like a lantern in the night. No confusion can linger, no danger can approach, no wrong turn can be taken when you walk hand in hand with the divine. Speak both affirmations again, letting them blend into one powerful vibration. I am divinely guided and protected in all my ways. Infinite intelligence illumines and directs this day, and I follow the magic path of intuition. Feel the security settle deep into your bones. Feel the certainty that no matter what the day brings, you are held, led, and kept in perfect safety. The world may roar, but your inner world remains a sanctuary of peace and power. With this shield firmly in place, you are now ready to step forward as a magnet for all the good that is yours by divine right. The next claims will draw abundance and joy straight to your door, effortlessly, under grace, in perfect ways. Breathe deeply once more. You are safe. You are guided. You are invincible in spirit. And so it continues. Now that your being is wrapped in the certainty of divine protection and illuminated by clear, intuitive guidance, a profound shift occurs within you. The defensive posture softens. The anxious scanning of the horizon for threats gives way to an open, expectant heart. You no longer merely survive the day, you begin to attract it. You become, in the most literal spiritual sense, a magnet. Not through effort, striving, or clever strategy, but through the effortless power of alignment with your divine birthright, abundance in every form that is good, beautiful, and true for you. Florence Scovel Shinn spoke of this magnetic state repeatedly because she witnessed its miracles so consistently. She taught that lack is not a condition imposed by the world, it is a belief held in consciousness. When we speak of not enough money, love, time, opportunity, appreciation, we broadcast a frequency of limitation, and the universe, being infinitely responsive, mirrors it back with exquisite precision. But the instant we reverse that broadcast, when we declare ourselves already filled, already supplied, already irresistible, to our highest good, the flow reverses. What was once withheld rushes in under grace, in perfect ways. This is the essence of true prosperity teaching. It is not about begging or bargaining with the infinite. It is about recognizing that all good already exists in divine mind as your rightful inheritance, and then claiming it with the calm authority of one who knows. Shinn often reminded her students, "Man is made in God's image and likeness. Therefore, he has the power to draw to himself whatever he desires, provided he does not violate the law of love. The key is vibration. Speak only of what you wish to experience. Refuse to give voice to lack, delay, or impossibility. Instead, affirm the reality that already is in the invisible realm, and watch it materialize." So let us now step fully into this magnetic state. Feel yourself standing in a field of golden light, every cell of your body humming with the frequency of limitless supply. Feel your aura expanding, becoming luminous and attractive, drawing toward you exactly what belongs to you. No force, no struggle, just perfect attraction. Now speak this next claim with deep inner conviction, letting the words vibrate through your entire system. Infinite Spirit opens the way for great abundance. I am now irresistible to my own by divine right. Say it slowly at first, then with growing joy. Feel the phrase, "Infinite Spirit opens the way," as though invisible doors are swinging wide doors to unexpected income, generous opportunities, helpful people, creative ideas that bring reward. Feel great abundance, not as a vague hope, but as a living current already moving toward you. Money flowing in steady streams, love arriving in warm, authentic forms, success unfolding naturally, joy multiplying in simple daily moments. And feel, I am now irresistible to my own, by divine right, as a sovereign declaration. You do not chase your good recognizes you and hurries to meet you. It cannot resist the truth you are speaking. This affirmation is particularly powerful because it combines two Shin principles: the opening of channels by spirit, which removes all human obstacles, and the magnetic law of attraction through right identification. When you say my own, you are claiming what is already yours, not someone else's portion, but the unique, perfect expression prepared especially for you. By divine right means it comes not through manipulation or competition, but through grace, smoothly, harmoniously, without harm to anyone. Shin loved to share real-life demonstrations of this law in action. One woman she worked with was deeply in debt, her shop failing, creditors pressing. Instead of focusing on the lack, Shin instructed her to repeat daily, "Infinite intelligence opens the way for my immediate and endless supply, and I am irresistible to my own." She was to speak of prosperity only, visualize checks arriving, customers returning, orders pouring in. Within a short time, an old customer reappeared with a large order. A long-forgotten debt was repaid unexpectedly. New clients found her shop as though drawn by an invisible thread, and the business not only stabilized, but began to thrive beyond what she had imagined. The key? She stopped vibrating to lack and started vibrating to limitless supply. The universe could only match the new signal. Another student, longing for a loving partnership, had grown bitter from past disappointments. Shin taught her to cease talking about all the wrong men or no one good enough. Instead, every morning she affirmed her irresistibility to her own true companion by divine right. She began to feel loved, cherished, appreciated within herself first. Soon she met someone who matched her new vibration, kind, committed, joyful. The relationship blossomed because she had become magnetic to love rather than repellent through doubt. You can apply this same principle to any area: finances, career, health, creativity, home, friendships. The law is impersonal and exact. Speak abundance, feel abundance, act from abundance, even in small ways, tipping generously, sharing freely, trusting instead of hoarding, and abundance must respond. Banish phrases like, "I can't afford it," "It's too expensive," "There's never enough." Replace them with, "The money I need is already on its way. Everything I require comes under grace. My supply is endless and immediate." Right now, expand your awareness. See money, love, opportunities, ideas, support streaming toward you like rivers, converging on a single point. You feel the pull, the joyful inevitability of it. No scarcity can exist where this truth is claimed. You are not waiting for good. Good is waiting for your recognition. Speak the affirmation once more, letting it ring with glad certainty. Infinite Spirit opens the way for great abundance. I am now irresistible to my own by divine right. Let it settle. Feel the shift. From contraction to expansion. From worry to wonder. From lack to luxury. Your good is not coming someday. It is already in motion, accelerating now because you have given it permission to arrive. With this magnetic power activated, you stand ready to claim the fullness of health, youth, vitality, and victorious living. The next affirmations will seal your wholeness and ensure that success, happiness, and ever-increasing streams of good become your permanent experience. Breathe deeply. You are magnetic. You are supplied. You are beloved of the infinite. The flow is open, and nothing can stop it now. Now that the magnetic current of abundance is flowing freely toward you, irresistible, graceful, unending, turn your attention to the sacred vessel that carries all of this good. Your body, your mind, your entire being. Health is not a fragile state to be guarded against collapse. It is your natural, God-given condition, the perfect expression of life itself. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the body is obedient to the words spoken over it. Just as you have commanded order, protection, guidance, and supply, so too can you command wholeness. The cells listen. The organs respond. The life force surges when you speak to it with faith instead of fear. Too often, people accept temporary symptoms or chronic conditions as permanent truths. They describe them in detail, rehearse them in conversation, visualize them in worry. Every time they do, they reinforce the appearance and give it power. Shinn reversed this entirely. She insisted that we must speak only to the perfect pattern within, the divine blueprint that already exists in infinite mind, vibrant, youthful, strong, harmonious, whole. The body is a temple, not of flesh alone, but of the living God. When you affirm its perfection, you align the outer form with the inner reality, and healing follows, sometimes instantly, sometimes gradually, always, surely. This is the moment to claim your vitality with joy and authority. Close your eyes if it helps. Place your hands gently on your heart or over your solar plexus and feel the warm pulse of life moving through you. Sense every part of your being: bones, blood, breath, skin, nerves, muscles, lighting up with intelligent energy. Feel youthfulness not as a lost thing of the past, but as an eternal quality renewing itself right now. Now, speak this powerful declaration, letting it resonate from the core of your being outward. I am radiating perfect health, youth, and vitality. My body is a temple of the living God. Say it slowly, then repeat it with increasing conviction. Let radiating suggest light pouring from you, clear, bright, magnetic health that others can almost see and feel. Let perfect health erase any diagnosis, any limitation, any inherited tendency. Let youth restore elasticity, energy, glow, enthusiasm not in years, but in spirit and function. Let vitality awaken every dormant cell, quicken circulation, strengthen immunity, balance hormones, sharpen the mind. And let my body is a temple of the living God remind you that this form is holy ground. It houses divine intelligence. Therefore, it cannot harbor discord. Disease, pain, fatigue, aging signs have no permanent right here. They are trespassers, and you are revoking their lease. Shinn shared numerous healings that illustrate this law in action. One woman suffered from severe arthritis that had stiffened her hands and knees for years, making daily tasks painful. Doctors offered little hope beyond management. Shinn gave her a simple practice. Every morning and night, stand before a mirror, look herself in the eyes, and affirm with feeling, I am radiating perfect health, youth, and vitality. My body is a temple of the living God. She was to refuse to speak of the condition, refuse to limp in thought, even when the body still protested. Within weeks, the stiffness began to ease. Within months, she regained full mobility. The pain vanished. She later said it felt as though the affirmations were literally dissolving the crystallized fear that had settled into her joints. The body had obeyed the new words spoken over it. Another student, exhausted from years of overwork and insomnia, affirmed the same truth daily while visualizing golden light bathing every organ and system. Sleep returned deeply and restoratively. Energy levels soared. Friends remarked that she looked 10 years younger. The principle is universal. The body responds to praise and truth far more readily than to criticism or despair. This claim does more than heal the physical. It rejuvenates the mind and emotions as well. When you affirm youth and vitality, old mental patterns of, I'm getting too old for this, or I'm too tired, lose their grip. Joy returns. Creativity flows. You move through the day with lightness, not heaviness. You laugh more easily, love more freely, dream more boldly. Now we seal this wholeness with the final, crowning affirmation, the one that integrates everything before it and projects it into an ever-expanding future. My good now flows to me in a steady, unbroken, ever-increasing stream of success, happiness, and abundance. Speak it as though you are opening a great river gate. Feel the steady flow, consistent, reliable, never ceasing. Feel it unbroken, no dams of doubt, no leaks of criticism. Feel it ever increasing, growing larger, richer, more wonderful with each passing day. Success here is not mere achievement, it is the effortless fulfillment of your divine purpose. Happiness is not dependent on outer events, it is an inner radiance that colors everything. Abundance encompasses money, love, health, friendships, opportunities, peace, all pouring in together. This affirmation is Shinn's way of saying, the demonstration is not a one-time event. It is a continuous, expanding river. Once you have claimed protection, guidance, order, supply, and health, there is no ceiling. Your good multiplies. What seemed like a miracle yesterday becomes your normal today, and tomorrow brings even greater wonders. Let these two claims blend now in your consciousness. Speak them together, feeling the completion. I am radiating perfect health, youth, and vitality. My body is a temple of the living God. My good now flows to me in a steady, unbroken, ever-increasing stream of success, happiness, and abundance. Feel the surge of life within you. Feel the victory already won. No condition can stand against this truth. You are whole. You are victorious. You are living the promised life here, now, and forever unfolding. The foundation is laid, the shield is raised, the magnet is activated, the temple is sanctified, the river is flowing. In the final section, we will charge you to carry this power into every moment of the day ahead. Breathe deeply once more. Let gratitude rise for the perfect health already manifesting. Let joy rise for the ever-increasing stream already arriving. You are radiant. You are victorious. And the best is yet to come. Beloved, we have journeyed together through the sacred dawn ritual, planting 7 seeds of divine truth deep into the fertile soil of your consciousness. These affirmations are not casual repetitions or hopeful wishes, they are living spiritual laws set in motion. Your word, as Florence Scovel Shinn so faithfully taught, is your wand, and you have wielded it this morning with precision, faith, and love. You have declared gratitude and divine order to establish the perfect foundation. You have wrapped yourself in unbreakable protection and open to infallible guidance. You have magnetized your rightful abundance and claimed radiant health, youth, and vitality as your permanent state. You have sealed it all with the promise of an ever-increasing stream of success, happiness, and supply. The architecture of your day is now complete in the invisible realm. What remains is to carry this vibration forward into every breath, every step, every encounter. This is where the real demonstration begins, not in striving harder, but in living from the truth you have just affirmed. Shinn emphasized that the spoken word must be matched by the inner attitude. If you affirm divine order and then spend the day fretting over details, you weaken the claim. If you declare protection, yet walk in fear, you contradict your own authority. The power lies in consistency. Stand porter at the door of thought. Guard it fiercely. When old patterns of worry, criticism, doubt, or complaint try to slip in, recognize them instantly and replace them with one of the 7 affirmations. Speak it silently if you must, but speak it with conviction. Let it be your automatic response to any appearance of discord. Imagine your mind as a beautiful garden you have just tended at sunrise. The weeds of limitation may still try to sprout throughout the day, perhaps a delayed appointment, a sharp word from someone, an unexpected bill, a moment of fatigue. Do not fight the weeds with force. Simply pull your attention back to the flowers you planted. Whisper or think, divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. Feel the weed wither for lack of attention. The garden remains pristine because you refuse to nourish anything unlike your highest good. Throughout the hours ahead, practice active thanksgiving. Shinn taught that continual, quiet gratitude keeps the channel open and accelerates manifestation. As you sip your morning tea, give thanks for its warmth and nourishment. As you dress, thank infinite intelligence for clothing you in grace and confidence. As you move into your work or responsibilities, thank the universe in advance for smooth progress, inspired ideas, harmonious interactions. Make gratitude your background music. It turns ordinary moments into portals of miracles. And remember, speak only your desire, never the fear. If a friend asks how you are, do not list ailments or complaints even lightly. Answer from the affirmed reality. I am radiating perfect health and vitality. Everything is unfolding beautifully. If money feels tight in a moment, do not say, I'm broke, or I can't afford this. Instead, affirm silently or aloud. Infinite Spirit opens the way for great abundance. My good flows to me in a steady, unbroken, ever-increasing stream. Your words are creative. Choose them as deliberately as you chose the 7 claims at dawn. Live expectantly. Shinn often said the unexpected good is the best good. Miracles do not always arrive in the form we pictured. They come better, swifter, more perfectly timed than we could orchestrate. A phone call from an old connection bringing opportunity. A stranger's kindness opening a door. A sudden insight solving a long-standing problem. A check in the mail, a healing symptom disappearing, a reconciliation that seemed impossible. Watch for these signs with childlike wonder. They are evidence that infinite intelligence is at work, honoring your word. If challenges appear, and they may, for contrast sharpens our faith, do not interpret them as failure. See them as opportunities to double down on your affirmations. The bigger the test, the greater the triumph, when you hold fast to truth. Shinn's own life was filled with such tests, yet she emerged victorious each time by refusing to waver. You have that same power within you now. So go forth into this perfect day. Move with poise, speak with kindness, act from love. Let your presence be a blessing to everyone you meet. Smile easily. Forgive quickly. Trust completely. You are no longer at the effect of the world, you are its cause, radiating the light of spirit wherever you walk. As evening falls and you prepare for rest, return once more to these 7 claims. Speak them softly, giving thanks for the miracles already received and those still unfolding. Let gratitude be your lullaby. Then sleep in the certainty that divine order continues its perfect work while your body rests. Beloved, this is your life now, not a life of hoping, but of knowing. The promised land is not a distant place. It is this very day, this very moment, when you live aligned with spiritual truth. Florence Scovel Shinn left us this simple, profound map. Speak the word, feel its truth, stand porter at the door of thought, and let infinite intelligence do the rest. You have done the speaking this morning. The rest is already in motion. Miracles follow miracles. Wonders never cease. And so it is. Amen. Carry this vibration with you now. The day is yours divinely, joyfully, victoriously.